Good morning, everybody. Happy Friday. Welcome to the Muscatine Today Show. I'm so glad you guys are joining us this morning. I'm going to start off by saying thank you to all of our awesome sponsors. Those include Muscatine Power and Water, Rivo Plumbing and Heating, Becky Insurance and Financial Services, Impact Life Blood Center, Lutheran Living, Toyota of Muscatine, Impact Fitness and Nutrition. Oh, I got their name right. It's been hard, Tony, getting that new name change thing. I kind of get in my flow. Suntan City Muscatine, Unity Point Health Trinity Muscatine, and then Hy-Vee. And of course, our newest sponsor, I'm super excited, Harper Cycling and Fitness is on the show. They are
That's awesome.
Sponsor.
Karen Harper was just right here, literally.
Right.
That was Karen Harper I was talking to before we started.
I know.
That's really exciting. You know what Karen said is they're getting another puppy today. I don't know if we're supposed to talk about that, but they have that one dog who has a name, and now they're getting another puppy that will also have a name. I don't know their dog's names, sorry. But
super cute.
They're at Harper Cycling and Fitness.
Ruby Red.
Is that right?
Ruby.
Yes.
Oh,
and
for the win.
And the new dog's name is going to be Wheelie McWheels, is what Karen said.
Wheelie McWheels. Yeah, that's a good one.
Bike store.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes.
That's really exciting, though.
Oh my gosh, their puppy's cute.
Harper's is an awesome place.
Even if you don't need anything done to your bike, right at the very moment, you should definitely go down and meet Ruby.
A couple of years ago, this is probably like 7 years ago because I'm old now, but a couple of years ago, there was a young man in town that had his bike stolen. And it was a really sad story. And a friend of mine, shout out Kevin Whitgrove, if you're out there, used to own Diamonds on the Avenue. They totally bought him a new bike, and it was from Harper's.
Oh, cool.
And they were Greg and everybody was, Greg and Jean and Charlie was there at the time, and Karen were awesome.
Yeah.
They're cool people.
Yeah.
I always can, I'm sure you did the same thing growing up, always had a bike.
Yep.
Ride your bike everywhere. Got to that point where I had a mountain bike.
Yep.
That I went over the handlebars once, which is the scariest thing ever as a big person to go over your handlebars. But now I'm Greg always has those fat tire bikes. Have you seen those?
I want one.
Those are super
because
cool.
they look really cool.
Yeah. And as a not small person, that would make me feel super confident on a bike that's tires are big.
Not small.
I've seen Greg ride those literally in the winter in snow.
Yes.
One time I honked at him and I was like, really? And he just was like, hey.
He rides all year long. It's crazy.
It's amazing. I'm not doing that. But
well, yeah, I don't think I'm going to be one of those folks that are all year long. But ever since I got my bike from Harper's, I've always been oh, come on. Jason's a biker. He does RAGBRAI, the whole works.
That's cool. And
has a really nice bike. But I've always been come on, can't we just go out to Wally World and just no, for real. It's you can tell a huge difference between a nice bike that's fitted and the right size and something nice.
100%.
Yeah. So anyways, super excited about Harper's.
Maybe they have a bike in musky purple.
I don't know.
Possibly. Purple and gold.
If not, you can definitely get a purple helmet, some accessories.
They make a helmet that can fit this head.
I'm certain he would find a helmet to fit you.
Maybe it's two put together would fit. I have a big head.
Cut it. I think after you cut it, that might. Yeah, I think that might
defeat the purpose
a little bit. Yeah. So super excited to have you on. First Friday.
Yes.
It's Muskie Day on the show.
I'm happy to be here and to be with your crew and everybody here in the store. Things are busy at the school district. We're in that spot before spring break.
Right.
And when I started a couple of years ago, everybody told me that there's a couple of times throughout the year where things are just we know that there's a break coming and kids start to get a little squirrely and antsy. And so we're definitely there, Next week we'll have quite a few things going on, and I'll get to that in a second, but then, spring break coming up. But tonight, if people are looking for something to do, Friday, March 4th, which is wild to say, there's a 7th and 8th grade and Muscatine High School band concert. So it's a really cool opportunity for the 7th and 8th grade band students to play with high school students at the high school in the auditorium at 7 o'clock tonight. And you guys are going to be live streaming, which is great. So for folks that can't make it, Ashley, I was at Susan Clark a lot within the last 2 weeks. These band kids, I don't know if you played the flute? No, you played the clarinet, the drums.
Yeah.
Okay, why did I think you played a wind instrument?
Maybe because I'm windy, I have a lot of wind, I don't know.
Breaking news.
Breaking news, I'm not that windy.
You played the drums?
I played percussion.
Oh, that's super cool. So the kids in the band are immensely talented.
Yeah.
Like I'm sitting there.
They put in a lot of work.
Oh, and if you're on TikTok at Muscatine School, it's got a couple videos out there you can check out.
Yep.
They're doing a medley of John Williams songs. So John Williams is a composer who's done things like the Jurassic Park theme song and Star Wars. So they were rehearsing that, and I'm filming it, and I'm just like, these kids are in 7th and 8th grade, and they're so talented.
Yeah.
Like,
I actually went to L&M's concert, their all-band concert last night, and it was cool to see them, like, from the elementary, from 5th grade. You know, it was from 5th grade, and then just to see, like, how much they improve from that first year that they start playing, and then you see the 6th graders 100%. And clear up to the high schoolers and jazz band, and just how much they improve. It's cool to see that happen.
Yeah.
And so definitely go tonight and support them and all their hard work, because they work hard. They
do. They've been rehearsing a lot. Our orchestra program with the school district has the largest participation in the state, which is great.
Awesome.
And
That's
if you're
super cool.
an orchestra teacher, there's an opening at Susan Clark. We'd love to have you. I still have a lot of regrets.
What are the requirements? I used to play the drums. Is that like
to teach?
Yeah.
You're hired.
Okay. Yeah. So
with the climate that we're in and the need for teachers, you got it.
So
you got it.
I don't know how to play any other instruments, but I think I can. I think I can probably watch YouTube.
If you know how to play the drums, you're all good.
Yeah, I think so.
The magic word for that job opening is "ipers."
I mean, if they're in an orchestra, they probably know how to play their instrument. Basically, I'll just pick out the music. We'll have some fun. We'll talk more about that after the show.
I think it was an 8th grader the other day. I was like, I couldn't tell what instrument she was playing, and it was like the bass. And she was playing the bass, and I'm like, that's awesome.
Super cool.
Like, I didn't know that was part of the band, but it makes total sense. So that's tonight. If you can't make it, here's the thing, it's going to be busy.
Yeah.
Because you're talking 7th, 8th, high school students, all their friends and families in the auditorium.
Grandma,
so if you can't make it, go to discovermuscatine.com and stream it.
We'll be,
That's really exciting.
You can watch it.
Yeah, you could watch it on your TV or on your device. And then tomorrow night at the high school is their Thaw Dance.
That's so fun.
Cool. Yeah. It's nice to talk about school dances again, right?
I know.
Because we didn't have a lot of school dances.
I want to go to a school dance.
I have no desire anymore because I DJ'd a lot over the years. I know, like, if I ever am asked to chaperone, I would do it.
Right.
Right? Like, prom, I think it would be cool to check out prom. But I DJ'd a lot of school dances over the years.
Yeah, you're like, I'm over that.
But maybe since I wouldn't be in that capacity, it would be like, fine. I could
just be able to kind of explore and watch.
Yeah, and then like listen for when the students say like, that's an old song, and then it's just from like 10 years ago. Because that's the best when people
my niece said something about like, that's from like 1995. And I'm like, yeah, so old. That's ridiculous. Like to my brother.
Yeah, here's the thing. Like some of those songs are just timeless. Yeah. Right? So I don't know if they're going to play Spice Girls Wannabe at the Thaw Dance tomorrow at Muscatine High School. Speaking of songs from the 90s, but like that's a big song. And with TikTok and how popular songs are getting on there, and especially some older ones. So, but yeah, Thaw tomorrow. I think there's still tickets available for students, obviously.
Yep.
And we're just glad that's happening. For students.
I like how you threw that in. So Ashley, you can't go.
Sorry. Well, I mean, you could chaperone if you wanted.
Okay. Maybe,
Maybe we could all just show up. We're just going to watch and make sure there's nothing silly going on.
We're going to make sure you're not doing anything too crazy. some of those dance moves.
But because I haven't gone to a school dance in a while, like, are they just filming TikToks? Because TikTok's
are they just
so
Are they
popular.
just filming TikToks?
Yeah.
Are they still standing in the corners like guys?
I don't know
and
if
girls?
that's happening. Is it?
I don't know.
Like, at what point do you get to tell? Because your daughter's a little bit older than my oldest.
11. She's 11.
Like, remember at school dances when that's how it was for me growing up? It was like boys on this side,
and
girls
then when
on
they
this side.
finally do, like at the very end, and then they're like,
That's right. No eye contact. No eye. And then if you made eye contact, you were like, oh my gosh, I don't know what to say. And then if you were like me in 7th grade and 6 feet tall, it was even more awkward. I don't think those days
because they were all like at your belly button.
Right.
Yeah. Oh.
But that's the best, that no eye contact.
Yeah, you're
slow
like,
dance.
thank God I'm up here.
That's right. Can you play that song from Armageddon again? It's my favorite slow song. So there's a lot going on. I've been trying to make conscious effort, certainly this year, each month when the month starts, to kind of put out a calendar at a glance thing.
Yep, I love it.
So that people know when things are going on, because when you talk about a school district with 5,000 students and 1,000 employees.
There's a lot going on.
There's a ton of stuff going on.
And so many parents have kiddos in multiple schools. You know, maybe they have one in each, like elementary and junior high and high school. And so I love those calendars. I'm sure everybody in the district loves those too. So
we're just trying to communicate as consistently and as frequently as possible. And nobody has ever said that's too much. Right? When it comes to being informed about your kids or grandkids, we want you to know exactly what's going on. So because spring break is coming up the week of the 14th, like our school board stuff kind of got adjusted a little bit. So next Monday, this coming Monday, which is wild to say, this coming Monday, March 7th, that's going to be our regular school board meeting, City Hall, 7 o'clock. And then before that is our second school board community conversations.
I'm so excited about that.
So we did this in February, and it happens at 6 p.m., school board community conversations in the lower level of City Hall. There's a conference room kind of across from Parks and Rec.
Yep.
And it's an opportunity to just have casual conversations with a couple school board members. Like no decisions are being made because they don't have a quorum. For instance, this coming Monday, school board members Ken LaRue and Mike Morgan will be there.
Okay.
So you could show up and you could have a conversation with them from 6 to 6:45, and then
just about whatever concerns you might have.
Yeah. It's just more opportunity. Here's the thing that I'll say about all school board members. Their email and their phone numbers are public record. You can get a hold of them. A lot of them are on social media. They're tangible people that are out and about in the community. So you can always reach them. But if it works for you to come to the school board community conversations.
Some people like that person, in-person kind of conversation.
I
love that idea.
It's been.
I don't know who came up with that, but it's brilliant.
I'm not going to take the credit for it. It may have been Superintendent Clint Christopher plus school board members. It is a great idea. We had 25 people at the first one.
Wow.
And it was a great conversation,
cool.
Variety of topics. I feel like, from being there, I was there. I think that the folks that were there would hopefully say that they took away a lot from it. And I look forward to doing it this coming Monday.
Awesome.
It's just wild that it's Monday because things are just busy, right?
Yes.
So then we'll have a regular school board meeting, and then on Tuesday, and I'm glad that I'm here today because
there's a lot.
We really need volunteers.
For
the Riverbend Mobile Food Pantry. And I was reminded by my friend and principal at Franklin, Corey Spees, that obviously parent-teacher conferences are next week. So our district, the amount of volunteers within the district is maybe going to be a little bit lower because of those extended hours with conferences. So if you're watching and you go on social media, Muscatine Community School District, I also posted this in Muscatine Community Chat this morning, wish me luck, you can volunteer for the Riverbend Mobile Food Pantry, which is next Tuesday.
Okay, what's that look like? What's a volunteer look like when you're doing that?
It's really gotten, like a couple months ago, you would be assembling boxes of food. Now the boxes are pretty much ready to go, 90% done by our IJAG students from the high school. And then we'll have some cold perishable things that'll get added in, and then it's a matter of loading them into the cars.
Oh.
So you need people to kind of direct traffic. You need people to literally like put boxes in the cars, somebody to check folks in. Food's available for the whole community. And
awesome.
We typically have great support and a lot of volunteers. It will be a little challenging next week because of conferences.
Sure.
So that's where I'm appealing to you in the community. If you're watching, and you can help out for an hour. Like I personally can help out till a certain point, and then I have one of my kids' conferences.
Sure, yep. So we all have to kind of like
so if you're able
together
to help, it goes really fast. It's efficient. And yeah, people like Megan Francis who are here, she's volunteered a lot, and she can attest to the fact that if you have enough people, it goes like that.
Yep.
And you're talking about 200 plus vehicles, families being served food. And again, this is open for everybody. Doesn't matter if you have kids currently enrolled or not.
So what time do people need to volunteer for?
So
what time does this go on?
There's opportunities that start like at 3:15, 3:30 to get things ready. The main distribution of food is from 4:30 to 6.
Okay.
So if you go on Muscatine Community School District Facebook, Twitter, there's a link to the Google Doc, and you can literally like put in, I can do 45 minutes, I can do an hour.
Awesome.
Jess said she was going to do 3 hours. Thank you, Jessica
Right.
Miner.
Thank you, Jess. That's
You're wonderful.
nice.
So yeah, that's going on, and then parent-teacher conferences are happening.
Oh my gosh, it's like spring break coming up.
So we'll have parent-teacher conferences, 2-hour early dismissal next Thursday, and then no school next Friday.
Holy buckets.
And then spring break.
Those kids are probably just like literally like bouncing around in their seats, like ready to like run out the doors for spring break.
I think so. I think everybody's ready.
Everybody's ready for warm weather and the sunshine.
Yeah.
It keeps teasing us.
And I haven't looked at the weather for us the week of March 14th.
I haven't looked either.
So I hope it's great because we are in, I had to explain to my oldest, Henry, the other day, you know, we had the 60-degree day, and then we had the you need your winter coat day.
Yep.
And he was like, why do I need the winter coat? I didn't even wear my coat yesterday. And
I was wearing short sleeves outside yesterday.
Yeah. I said, because you live in Iowa. And he said, why do we live in Iowa? And I said, because we love it. That's why.
Good question.
And we would never live anywhere where it doesn't snow. But no, yeah, I mean, listen, I hope that we have great weather for spring break. And then Ashley, after spring break, it's like off to the races. I mean, you're pretty much
like
watching the clock, end of the year. And then the biggest thing for us will be kindergarten registration, March 24th.
Kindergarten registration for the next year.
For the next year, right.
Next year. Mm-hmm. What the heck? Mm-hmm. So,
it's wild.
Talk to me about kindergarten registration really quick.
Yes, you got it. So Kindergarten Roundup is back at the Admin Center, 2900 Mulberry Avenue. We're going to be there from 7:30 a to 5 p.m. You can register in person. You can register online starting that day, March 24th. Okay. Kindergarten in our school district, a lot of options, keyword options for parents, right? 6 neighborhood schools.
Yep.
There's kindergarten, there's Kinder Academy for kids with maybe like, birthdays that would want, like young 5-year-olds, right? And then new this year is the dual language immersion program that'll be at Franklin, that'll be bilingual kindergarten, right?
That is so cool.
So that's an option. Those are all options for kindergarten. And we're just really looking forward to it. It is weird to kind of think in your head, we're getting excited and getting people registered for kindergarten to start in August, but we're still in the school year. Like I even kind of grapple with that. But March 24th, you will be able to register for kindergarten.
Yep.
And that's really exciting.
Yeah.
And so I was spent a lot of time in some kindergarten classrooms, and it's really interesting to see how those students have progressed throughout the year and the ways that they're learning. And yeah, it's just
things have changed since we were little tykes.
Just a little bit. Yeah, like
slightly.
They have, like the one class I was in at Grant Elementary. Students were kind of doing, I think it was centers, like doing this here, this here, this here. Some students had like iPads they were learning on. Mm-hmm. We didn't have iPads back in the day. We had Oregon Trail.
Yeah.
On Macintosh computers that turned on in a half day.
Yeah.
Remember those things? You like flip the boom
thing, and then all of a sudden it just took like, it took half the period.
Right.
If they weren't turned on, if you sat down at one of the computers that weren't already turned on, you're like, ugh. Mm-hmm.
And then you had to get the floppy disk. Kids have no idea that floppy disk for anything you did in your typing class. Like in high school, I remember I had a typing class.
Yep.
And I was a little chatty in high school.
What?
I know. And the typing teacher, she had also taught my mom back in the day, and my mom was not chatty. So long story short, she made me sit next to her, and I'm a really good typer from that. And I can't remember her name, but shout out to my typing teacher. Because of me being chatty, she put me right up front, like, make an example out of you. But then I just became like
really
good typer. Yeah.
Really good.
So don't be chatty all the time in school unless you want to be
a really good typer.
An efficient typer. That's the takeaway today.
That's the takeaway from the show today.
Yes.
Hopefully we have a lot of really good typers.
Yeah, listen.
After today's show.
It's awesome to see how many different career paths there are for students in 2022 and how much that can be interfaced with technology or not, right?
Yep.
Like there's always going to be
We talked a lot about that with MPW, just like all the different trade careers that they have available. So
and listen, like my father-in-law is an example of someone. Shout out Craig Mills, worked MPW power plant 30 years, retired, has retirement, right? Like think about that. Retired jobs that have retirement packages. Like in this community, there's a lot, and we're very fortunate to have those opportunities. I love the things that like the police and the fire department are doing to try and get young people interested. I'm the product of a father that's a retired Chicago cop. So yeah, I mean, there's so many great opportunities. There was no way I was ever going to be a cop because I'm a giant chicken. So my dad would always say, like, you think about joining the police force because your afternoons are free when I did radio, and I was like, no, Dad, I'm scared of stuff like that. Like, I don't have that in me. But it's just nice to know in this town there's so many opportunities.
There is a lot of opportunities out there for our kiddos, and those begin in kindergarten. So don't forget to register, right?
Please, March 24th, get signed up.
Yep.
It's going to be here before we know it.
Oh my gosh.
I'm like laughing because I'm thinking of all the stuff I still have to do
before that day.
Before March 24th. So,
crap. Yes. And it happens so fast. Have you eaten at Wahlburgers yet?
I have. Yeah, absolutely.
How was it?
Wahlburgers is great. I've had the turkey Thanksgiving burger thing. I'm butchering the name. Sorry, it's literally right there. Thanksgiving burger thing. I had some of the egg roll appetizers.
Ooh, yeah.
I love the sweet potato tots.
Yes.
I like the patty melt thing. I haven't had one of the milkshakes with the cupcake in it. Like,
I know.
Is it like it's a milkshake and then they drop a cupcake in it? It's genius. Wahlburgers, the 3 times I've had it so far has been awesome.
Yeah.
But even more so than that, like seeing the pictures on the screens of that breakfast over there.
I know.
Ooh,
every morning it taunts me in my peripheral vision.
It's tough.
But yeah, come out, Wahlburgers. Kids eat free every single day.
It's unbelievable.
It's unbelievable.
It's a really good deal.
It blows my mind. And so that's going on all the time for you guys. And what a great weekend thing. But
absolutely.
Also, did you know about the fish fry with Catfish Sandy tonight at Salvation Army?
I watched your show and saw Catfish Sandy and Greg Bach, Lieutenant Bach, on it. And that is outstanding.
Yeah, it's tonight. So don't forget about that. It starts at 4:30 to 7:30 tonight. So go out and support Salvation Army. And I love that they are, any first responders, active, retired military, you guys come and they want you to just eat for free and enjoy the meal. But everybody else, it's just by donation, and you can enjoy some really good catfish and a bunch of homemade sides and just enjoy the company and a really great community event and support the Salvation Army. So make sure you guys go and support that tonight. If you have to take it to go, I think you can take it to go, if you have something going on.
Sure.
But you're going to want to try it for sure.
So I've gone down to the Salvation Army for lunch that Catfish Sandy and the crew do, and it's phenomenal. Yeah. Like her pea salad is amazing. And I didn't I had never done that.
That's happening tonight.
And so good.
Split pea salad.
She's wonderful. Her cookbook is incredible. But yeah, I had no idea that I cruised down for lunch once and had great conversation with folks, and then I did it again, and Catfish Sandy and I just became friends.
Yeah.
She's really cool.
She is really cool.
She's awesome.
She's got a lot of she's got a lot of knowledge up there and a lot of experiences. So it was really cool to chat with her. But make sure you guys make it out tonight for that. And hey, you could have some supper and then hit up the band concert.
Yes, you could. I think that's a great idea.
We've got a whole night planned for you.
Maybe don't bring the catfish into the auditorium, but great idea. Salvation Army for dinner, head out to the high school for the band concert, and then tomorrow go see The Batman at the Palms because it's a really good movie.
Yeah.
Not that I'm a movie critic, that's not me, but I saw it last night and it was really good.
Really good.
Yeah, it was fun.
I didn't see it, but he said it was.
It's a long, it's almost 3 hours long, so it's like a whole thing.
Be prepared. It's like a whole event.
My wife was like, how long is it? And I was like, it's almost 3 hours. And she was like, really? And I said, bye.
She's like, you're lying.
I was like,
where are you really going? You're just going to sit there for the other hour and a half, aren't you?
I saw it twice. I was gone for half the day. No, I didn't do that.
Tony. Well, thanks for coming on today,
My pleasure.
updating us on all the things muskies. And hopefully you guys will join us for the fish fry tonight and make sure that you hit up the concert, whether it's in person or watching online, to see some of the talents of our muskie students, because they work really, really hard. So hopefully we will see you there or see you popping online to watch. I appreciate you guys joining. I hope you guys have a really great weekend. But until I see you on Monday, don't forget that kindness is free. So spread that stuff wherever you go. Hello, I'm Ashley Lovelace. Being a big is pretty awesome. But you know what else is awesome? Bowl for Kids' Sake. Yep, that's right. It's back. It's that time of year when you get to spend the afternoon with your friends, maybe have some pizza, win some door prizes, and just hang out at the Rose Bowl. This is the biggest fundraiser for Big Brothers Big Sisters the whole year. So make sure you sign up online because this is the most fun you're going to have in rented